Yo, Elliot!
So I'm just gonna read this really long email. Bear with me. Yo, Elliot, I wish to thank you so much for being an inspiration to me. You, my good man, have saved me. I am now 20 years old, born in '93 to a loving small Indian family in Norway. Needless to say, not the most athletic kid. Curry doesn't do that to you, he says. But anyway, since the age of only 3 years old, I've had a passion for soccer. I grew up becoming a better player every day playing with older boys. At the age of 14, I played with a domestic big teams academy. I was being matched against players 2 times my own size and up to 3 years older than me. I was scouted and brought to England for 1 month to try out in a big team. My tryout went well, and they advised me to start working out with my own body weight. I was only 140 centimeters and weighed around 40 kilograms. I was sent home during a Norwegian Championship Cup for under 16-year-old boys. I got tackled and had to go out with an injury to my knee. I was the youngest player ever to participate in that tournament at only 14 years old. I was named man of the match in 4 of the 6 games I played in. I won the top scorer trophy of the cup and played to the top 3 finalists. Basically, he's a badass. I was later sent to the hospital for a full checkup because the club whom I had my current youth contract with had received a small bid for me from the English team academy I tried out for. They wanted to make sure everything was all right, of course. My mother gave up her job and started looking for an apartment in England. My father sold one of his cars so he would have the money. He decided to stay behind in Norway and visit often because he had a business there. When I reached the hospital, I had several tests done, some of them pretty weird. I didn't think much of what they were trying to do, and I was just trying to get fit for the upcoming season. I wish to travel to England and do my best. I was talked about in the big newspapers and they said to watch out for me. Basically, the newspapers said he was a good athlete. I was explained as a clinical finisher and a skillful dribbler with a great vision for passes. I was so proud. My father bought several of those newspapers because of my low weight and height. He used to call me his little Messiah, which basically means short footballer. The day before I was going to meet with the English club about the contract proposal, I had my hospital results come in. I decided to go by myself. I figured it was only going to be some papers and that I had to bring back to the club and nothing else. My knee felt better. I'd been back on the field training. I got there and they asked where my parents were. I told them that my father was at work and my mom was at home. They gave me some water and told me to go to a separate waiting room with 4 chairs and a table. I went in there and played on my phone while I waited for the doctor to come in and give me the results. After 1 hour alone in there, my phone died. I got bored and decided to ask how much longer they wanted me to wait. To my big surprise, I saw my mother and my father crying in the hallway. I was shocked. I ran over to my mother and hugged her. I asked what was wrong, and I didn't get a reply. The doctor brought me and my parents into the formerly mentioned waiting room, where he sat me down and told me that I had lymphatic leukemia, basically cancer. Due to my young age, I didn't quite know what it meant. I asked him to elaborate, and he told me about the chemotherapy I would have to undergo before I'd be allowed to play football again. I was devastated. I called my head coach and told him to meet me at the academy. With my mother and my father, we had to tell him that I was forced to quit and therefore could not sign a new contract. I'd fought cancer for 3 years. I lost so much weight, my height didn't change much, I was fragile, skinny, and hairless. I hated myself. I didn't have many friends outside of football. I was also a joker in class. I had some close friends visit. I decided to start reading and passing school while I was undergoing chemo. I passed my exams at the age of 17 and finished. Due to some bad nurse, a needle in my back to extract bone marrow tissue went wrong and I lost all the feeling below my waist for almost 4 months, as if it could get any worse. I couldn't even control my pooping and peeing, and I couldn't walk. When I finally had won over the cancer, I was 155 centimeters and 34 kilograms. Only skin and bones. a broken human with no desire to live. I had to learn to walk again. I had to learn how to stand on one leg. The muscles in my leg were gone. Legs were gone. I was drained for energy. The hospital followed up with me with a nutrition expert and a physiotherapist. By the end of my first year at the hospital, I was grown to almost 165 centimeters and 47 kilos. I was working out, I was always skinny, but the cancer made me worn down and bare bones. After trying again and again to become a footballer, I failed. I decided to let go of that dream and rather focus on a healthier future. I was now 169 centimeters, 50 kilos. I was 18 years old, still small, but I was trying. My school grades were improving. I met my girlfriend. Things were going up. I noticed your videos in the hospital bed, and I continued to watch them. I loved them. I wanted to become big. I wanted to become a beast. I wanted to improve myself and prove to myself that I was still a man. The next 2 years, I started working out in my spare time. I started to work out and attended school. I never played football again, but I got a first class managing license. Today I'm 175 centimeters, 67 kilos, 20 years old. I'm lean and athletic with hopes to become bigger and stronger. I'm engaged to my girlfriend. We both live together. I'm studying law to become a lawyer. My fiance is studying to become a nurse. I'm a head coach of a local football team consisting of boys age 9 years old on the side of my work. And I work out 6 times a week. I only eat healthy, no smoke, no alcohol. My body is my temple. So there you see, Elliott, you've impacted my life in such a big way. I take your advice to heart. I am an alpha male. I have respect. I have authority. I am a man. Thanks for helping me become the man I am today. Sorry for the sob story, but I feel you deserve to know that what you're doing is a major help to people like me. I have so much respect for you. I hope you and your family are fine in this holiday. I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Excuse my poor English. I hope you still understand it. Thank you, my brother, with kind respect and love from your fan and friend, Daniel. Done.
Yo, Elliott,